Oh, man. No way. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to a very different video here on my channel today. As some of you may know, I love Warhammer, Warhammer 40k in particular. I've never played Age of Sigmar. I've got 3 armies at present. I do Black Templars, I do Tyranids and Necrons. I've not played in ages. A lot of my models are 4th edition models, but I've recently gotten back into painting them, rebuilding my armies and so on, and restructuring them, and I wanted somewhere to keep the models themselves. I had the idea of trying to magnetise my units, and then found out that a lot of people already do that, and there's a great community of people that do that as well, where, similarly with this little Hormigant that we've got here, don't know if it's going to focus on him or not, there it is, there's a magnet underneath his base, as you can see, so he sticks to any metal trays that you put him on. At the moment, I keep my models, I've got a model of Tyranids here that I'm working on, in the bottom of a 24-pack of Pepsi crate. I've got loads of these cardboard things upstairs, and it's not very elegant, and they move around, and, you can shake the tray, and, they fall around like that. So, it's not very nice. I have ordered myself the Jucoci, which I don't know why, but for some reason no one else on the internet can seem to say it right. Everyone's saying Jucoci, and there's 2 C's in it. Jucoci carry cases. Now, I'm going to unbox them today. I've had them arrive in this humongous beefy cardboard box. Not too impressed with the Amazon delivery driver, by the way, because I've been sat in waiting all day. I can see on my drive from where I sit. And I saw him pull up, thought, oh great, he's here. Carried on talking to somebody on Discord as I was, and then he dropped them behind the bin from height, and yeah, left them there. I believe these are the trays, because, well, they're heavy. I've ordered 2 of these boxes, by the way, as well. You can order them in a pair, you can order 1. Now, this is the bit I was intrigued to see, was the door, because a few people have had these doors turn up, and they be damaged. But it seems all in order. The hinges are fine. The actual handle itself is fine. There's a bit of a mark on it there, but I don't really mind too much. It's nice and clean otherwise. And then the other door as well. Seems like it's all good, actually. Yeah, nice and good. That was the bit I was scared of being damaged, to be honest with you. I'm just going to pop it down here. Then we've got the lid. I don't know what order this is all going to come out in. There's the lid. Lovely little handle on it, which is nice to see. And I wanted to review these because, not just the lids, but because I'd not seen anybody else... Oh god, all the packets of screws have just fallen down my sleeve. I've not seen anybody else review these white ones, you see. That's just fallen off. Oh, it's just like a cover for the hinge, basically. So you can stack these things on top of each other. That removes very easily. Maybe a bit too loosely, but then doesn't move when you pull the hinge. It's quite strange. But yeah, I've seen everybody reviewing the taller, chunkier one with the black window on it. Almost looks like a PC case. And then these are all the sides. They just all slot together as far as I know. They're pretty straightforward. That's the side where all the trays go. As you can see, there's loads of places for you to be able to adjust how high your trays are, and that's one of the best things about it as well, because there's so many slots in there. You could have a row on the bottom with your tanks, you could have a row full of units. I've got a number of Space Marines that have banners on their backpacks, which makes them a lot taller, so I'm going to have a whole tray just for models that are that big. This is the bottom, I imagine. Certainly looks like it with that sort of construction to it. There's a pile of white parts here, and now there's these, which I don't know what they are, actually. I wonder if they're little supports for the trays or something that you put in on the sides. I don't know. We'll get to that. There's a number of these in here. There's 6 of them in total. That's something we'll have to come to in time. I'm going to keep them on my desk, and then I think this is another bottom there. It was really well put together, actually, in terms of how it was stacked inside the box, nice and tidy. Somehow the instructions, I wish you could see this, the instructions are here on the desk. They've fallen out of the box over the top, as you probably would have seen, but they've slotted underneath the Tyranid tray that I've got here. Literally, the instruction manual, very, very straightforward, nice and tidy. It's literally just that. There's no additional page in the middle. So you have... okay, this is, I think, yeah, this is the bottom that I've got here. We've got 2 sides, a front and a back. Yeah, the front is the clear door, and then the top, and then the handle. So, confirm right side and left side before installation. Okay, this, again, is another bottom, so that's not what I want. I'm going to just try and do this while you're here. It's not the tallest case. That is about the height of the case. Comparing that to a miniature, you can see you can probably get a few rows of minis in there. That way, sorry. You could get a few in there. at least. I've got a load of gene stealers and stuff that are magnetised as well that I'm going to try out with the trays. But yeah, we've got a side here, and apparently it says on some of these tabs, left or right. Yes, in there. Not sure if you can see that. Let me get the reflection. There you go. Look in here. There's a big L there. And hopefully we're not going to take an L on this one. You want it to be hinge side up. So we want to have... Oh, hang on. Yeah, left and right. I imagine this is the front. Oh, it says it wants to put the left and right to the back plate first. Sorry about this. Okay, so this is the back plate, and this has got also another lovely left and right. I'll try and get that in the reflection of the ring light. You see the arrows, you see the L on here. Here. So there's lefts and rights on there, and that slots into the back by the look of it. No? How does that slot in? Have I got that upside down? Like an Egypt? Oh, okay, so look, it goes this way up. So that is the bottom on the outside, and that's the inside of the bottom. So that goes on the outside, and then that just slots in. Yeah? Does it? Ow, my knee. What an idiot. Okay, yeah, give it some force and it just pops in. It's not an aggressive snap or anything. God, that one's tough to get in. But it's in. Like I say, it's not an aggressive snap. You definitely know when it's in. There's a nice satisfying click. And that is pretty solid in itself, actually, I must admit. So now we need to go... This is the left side, so that goes in... Ah, this is why they ask you to do the back plate first, because obviously you can't pop it all the way in. Without... Oh, no. I've buggered up here. You've got to do the sides into the back first before you put the back on. It does say to put them on first. Once the bottom plate gets installed, it'll be impossible to be removed. Please confirm the right plate before you do step 3. Oh, okay, so you can push it along at least. I've managed to push the side in to sort of lean the back plate back a bit. There we go. God, I am a massive idiot, and God, this is hard. I'm going to put this on the floor. There we go, that's on. Tell you what, at least it's sturdy though. Flipping heck, it's really sturdy. God, that hurt my hand pushing that in that hard. This is the right-hand side, as confirmed by the giant L that's on there. That also says L. Right. That also says L. Mine all say L. Oh, man. They've packed all left-hand sides. They're all the same side, look. No way. I've got 4 left-hand sides. Well, shit. Oh, that's devastating. Yeah, because these tabs at the bottom are different to the ones on the top. So, yeah. I can confirm, look, in those tabs at the top there, they are. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out while seeing it. All L's, look. All 3 of them. L's. And that is a massive L. Right, well, yeah. That's a review within itself then. Of the... I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted by that. I may have got that wrong with the back and the left, but that is devastating. I've been very excited for this, and that is a big letdown. Okay, well, looks like I need to get in touch with them and sort this out. Right. I'll probably post an update video or something when it comes around, but that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. What I will do, actually, just in the meantime, is I'm going to go and open the trays and just see how magnetic they are, just so we know ahead of time. Okay, so they're all very heavy. When packaged together, they really are heavy. But I think I get 3 with each one. Not sure. We'll have to see. Nicely packaged, though. They're really well wrapped up in this stuff. There's a load of layers of it. And they're individually wrapped as well, look. They're between one another. Nice and light trays. They're pretty straight. Feel a little bit flimsy, but... yeah, mega. Really, really good. Really magnetic. These are N52 magnets that I use for these Tyranids. Tyranids don't weigh a massive amount, but... yeah, that's really good. Yeah, look, there they are. Lined up, ready to go. Ready to nibble on Space Marines. Why is autofocus not working? Come on. Please. Jesus, how much did you need? There they are, ready to go. Yeah. I'd say that's sturdy enough, wouldn't you? Really good. Really good stuff. But yeah, N52 magnets are really, really good. I've seen a lot of positive reviews about these online. I actually ordered another bunch of them to arrive with these boxes for this. But I am beyond gutted that, as a result, I can't build these things today. I'm going to see how many trays we get, though. That's 2. They're going to be nice and noisy, these. 3. 4, which by feel is the halfway point. 5. 8 trays in there. Nice. Okay, so there's plenty of options at least, and it will take a lot of minis. If you just pack them in quite close together, it'll take a lot of miniatures. But yeah, unfortunately, just to recap and just to reiterate, that mine, while I've snapped in the... there's loads of tiny bits of rubble from the bases of my my miniatures. But yeah, I've been sent 4 left-hand sides, I'm afraid. You can't exactly flip it over the other way because the tabs there are different to the tabs here. So yeah, that's absolutely gutting. So that's my sort of half-finished review of the Jucoci, however you say it, miniature storage case. It's really sturdy stuff, very hefty. The trays are nice. The doors didn't arrive damaged like I've seen with other people. But unfortunately, I've been sent the wrong side panels. So I'll be writing to them and hopefully get that sorted out. Thank you so much for watching, though. And hopefully you've at least learned something from this, because I know there's not many reviews for these boxes online. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Okay, so it's about half an hour later. And this is a single one of the cases. As you can see, it's out of stock. As you can see, as a result of that, the 2-piece is now out of stock as well. All they can do is offer me a refund. I've explained to them that because it's in this case, Francois is clearly not happy either, because it's in this case and in this state, I can't now take this apart without breaking it, and they're just going to issue a refund. So that's that. Absolutely fantastic. I am not happy whatsoever. Brilliant. So hopefully, you know, hopefully I've ordered the last one and that's their last up. But yeah, I've been really excited for this for a while. And to be honest as well, I waited a week for this anyway. It wasn't rapid delivery. It wasn't Prime delivery. I pay for Amazon Prime. It wasn't next day. It was a week. And yeah, fuming. Not very happy at all. So, oh well. I hope this video at least teaches you something or shows you something. I don't want this to unfairly come across to Jucoci or whoever they are. It seems like they've got a good following and all that, but yeah, I apparently cannot contact them directly. I had to do it through Amazon. They said I have to return it. I told them I can't because it's already built. I'd have to break it to send it back. That's no good to anyone. And they said all we can do is give you a refund, which fair play to Amazon they have, but yeah, lesson learned. I'll have to try and buy something else. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I think it's only fair to mention that, yes, I got a refund from Amazon. Yes, Jucoci may have sent the wrong parts out, and it's a big shame. I did eventually assemble the cases themselves and actually got them to be of the right shape, but having to force the panel in upside down the other way. The trays still go in, it still works as somewhere to store the models and everything, and the trays are great, I must admit, but I can't get the door on, and there's a risk of if I lift it by the handle on the top, obviously the lid will just come off because the side panel isn't snapped into the roof as such. So it still functions, but doesn't function as intended. I really hope to be able to transport them around, move them about in these cases, and that hasn't ended up being reality, unfortunately. I've got somewhere to keep them while they're at home, which is nice to have, but obviously the product isn't sort of functioning as required. So yeah, thanks to Amazon, of course, for sorting out the refund on that. And you know, I will still probably buy another Jucoci case because the stuff is really solid. So I don't want this to come across like I'm absolutely slating them and saying never buy anything from them, anything like that, because I'm probably going to use the refund to go and still buy another case of theirs, one of the bigger ones. I'll probably use it for my Necrons or something like that, because I've got Necrons with a monolith. It's a very tall model, and in one of these white cases it would take up the whole thing and I wouldn't be able to get another tray in aside from that. So yeah, it's a huge shame that this happened, but at the same time, you know, there's still a positive outcome from it, and I still would buy stuff from Jucoci again because it's very solid stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching though. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.